Talking about our fence classes, I want to just touch that rookie level has the option to add strides. And this is going to be in your eco-over fences, but also in your working hunter. So when you go through your lines, if you take the option to add a stride in the rookie, you may. However, I want to make sure you know that you need to do it in every line. So you don't want to leave a stride out in one line, add a stride in another, okay? It has to be rhythmic, it has to be balanced, everything has to run smoothly and the same. Can you guys hear me okay? Should I be closer? So in the rookie also, I want you guys to know there will not be oxers set up in the rookie, okay? So Jenna's gonna ride this course, oxers are up, but when you show, there will not be oxers for the rookie, working hunter, or equitation over fences. All right, so first jump is gonna be our quarter line single off the left lead, which is the jump over here with the yellow flowers. Then we're gonna go to our single oxer, which is a short approach to that oxer. We're gonna come all the way around and we're gonna jump this outside line, which is set up as 5 strides. Jenna is going to exhibit 6 strides the first time she comes through. Whether or not you add in the rookie is completely up to you and your trainer, okay? Then we're gonna jump in this diagonal line. So when I say in, I mean we're jumping the first jump. Then we are doing a roll back to the outside of the 5 stride that's set up on the outside. So those orange flowers over there. And then we are gonna finish with this long run off the left lead, okay? So when you enter the arena, I wanna make sure everybody remembers that you are being judged the minute you enter the ring. So some things that you can set yourself apart from someone else maybe is to kind of come in with confidence, come in prepared. So don't come in the ring and have to adjust your reins and adjust your saddle and stuff. You want to make sure you come in like you are ready to perform, okay? It does state in the rule book that a courtesy circle is allowed in the beginning of a course. Some people like to try to just come in the gate, canter right to the first jump. They think that showing that kind of adjustability and getting to that first jump and setting that kind of example is the thing to do. And I'm not saying that it's not the thing to do. I'm just saying whatever you choose, you want to make sure you can do it effectively, okay? Eck over fences is, in your rule book, it states it is judging the rider's effectiveness to be able to ride a course smoothly, okay? So we are going to have Jenna circle first. She is not going to come from the gate. Go ahead, Jenna. Why don't you go ahead and start? So she's going to perform a nice circle. When you come in the ring, you do not need to start at a trot. You can come in, you can either pick up a trot, then go to a canter. You can walk in, take a deep breath, you can go right to the canter. Basically, you do what's best for your horse, okay? We're going to talk about that little kick out later. Okay, so the rhythm that she kept to the first jump, ideally we want to see her keep that rhythm throughout the entire course, okay? Now remember, she's going to add through here. So she's going to have a little bit of a slower pace than she would if she was doing the distance. She's just going to kind of keep her body back and be patient. She's going to have to slow up a little bit here. And that was a good demonstration of an add because she didn't get too close to the second jump. Now she's going to come around this corner and try to hit this jump square and straight. And when she lands from this jump, she does not have to do a lead change because she's already in the correct lead. She's going to keep her body back and just kind of be patient for all her fences, demonstrating good equitation. Because we want to remember, again, this class is judged on the rider's effectiveness. So your equitation does come into play on your judge's scorecard, okay? Okay, so who has any questions about any of that? So we're going to show you both options, okay? So in this direction, she does have to get the lead change. And notice she lands, she sets her horse up, she gets the lead change before she makes the turn. Oh, let me lost it. Okay, so that's the wider turn. Now we're going to have her canter all the way back down here, and then we're going to do the whole course. And I'm having her canter from the gate purely to just give you guys an example of what it looks like. Again, there is nothing wrong with coming in, having a nice big circle, getting yourself to pace. I just want you to see the difference. Yeah. So when you walk in the gate, I would try to make sure you walk in calmly and organized. Also, I would suggest that you kind of face your horse towards the seating area before you pick up your lead, because you want to make sure you pick up the correct lead. However, I will say in eck over fences, if you do pick up the wrong lead before your first jump, it is marked on your scorecard, but it's not necessarily a major fault, but it would be used in a tiebreaker situation. So she came to that jump with a very positive canter pace. And notice she doesn't have to change her pace a whole lot to get herself right to pace to get down this line in the 6. Now she's going to kind of have to regroup a little bit so that her pace looks even all the way around. And then she's going to have to do the same thing, because now we've just done 2 lines at the rhythm that we want to go, and now we have to do a rollback. So you want to make sure you kind of set yourself up. Sorry, you were supposed to do the tight rollback. We'll show you the inside turn in a minute. And then going to this last jump, it's just a single. You have to turn early. It's a quarter line single. So try not to get yourself super anxious here. Try to just kind of take your time. I see a lot of people go to their last jump that is coming home at a full-blown gallop, and you don't need to do that. Just after you do your rollback, I would take a breath, try to get yourself to an organized pace, and just breathe and take your time going to that last jump, okay? So we've noticed that she's probably going to have to do a lead change, which means she's going to land and balance. And this turn is okay as long as you just remember to look for it early. She's going to, and then be patient here. Very nice.